His clap is always delayed, but it always works out somehow.
What's ironic is on my end, my clap is perfect with yours. Like, so,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's always my end.
Yeah. But anyways.
Hi, guys. We're back.
Hello. This doesn't work, so I don't know why I keep putting it close to my mouth.
I feel like it's instinctual to have it close to your mouth.
Yeah.
If it's there. We're married.
They're married.
Hi.
I don't know.
She's here.
I'm
going to be on this side, so I'll probably be in the middle because we have a guest. They're married.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'll say you'll be on the right side because she's only here for a little while.
Yeah, but you're going to have
Tummy
to
hurts.
move me after. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Hello.
But yeah.
Honey.
We were going to record in person, but I worked
It's been...
really late today.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, and
Sit.
we're exhausted.
Yeah, that too.
So,
Lay down.
That's
I love
it.
you.
but we have a gift that I am told that Melissa needs to be in attendance for opening from my wedding.
I already know what it is, and I'm severely disappointed.
I didn't do it.
I am guessing and hoping.
I didn't
Can
do
you
it.
Please hand it to me.
I didn't do it. Melissa, you have to
Thank
open
guys.
it. You have to open it, Melissa.
I'm so excited.
It's not
I
from
know
me.
what it is.
It's not from
I
me.
know what it is.
Also, check out that wrapping paper. Chloe pointed that out to me and was like, yo, they had dinosaur wrapping paper and we need to know where that came from.
I'm just holding it for you.
For the record, I'm not actually disappointed. I'm kind of excited, but I'm disappointed to see what the heck is going to happen in the future.
Yes. Open
'Cause
it.
I will explain my reason. No.
Open it.
I'm clipping this down, by the way. Because I have been waiting your guys' entire fucking honeymoon for this.
I'm severely disappointed.
I'm so. Penny. So
Thank
see,
you-
Penny's excited
thank you for
too.
enabling.
Enable is.
Congrats, so happy for you. They say it immediately in there. Enjoy the kitchen sword.
I have not
Give
seen it.
me. Open it. Open it. Put.
Oh my goodness.
I have not seen it. I was not told about it. They just came up to me right before we walked out and they were like, yeah, she said it's not happening, but it's happening.
That being said, the fact that I feel like these are going to be legit. And
Oh, yeah.
correct.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Oh.
I haven't
Fucking
seen
champagne sabers.
them. I haven't seen them. You gotta show
I
me
think
too.
they're champagne sabers. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
yes.
maybe. I think that's what
Yes.
they are.
Oh my gosh.
Can you see 'em?
Kinda.
I told my coworker about this today. He was like, I don't understand. What's this about? And I was like,
Penny?
oh.
We're
There's
done.
And there's only, I think there's only one.
Yes. Oh my gosh, but that's enough. Hold on here.
Okay, at least there's not. Oh, at least there's only one because. So my reasoning against kitchen swords.
Yay!
One of them is gonna go to the fucking ER. Actually, there's probably still. Wait,
It's not sharp.
Wait,
thank fucking God.
hold on. You said, I know your reasoning because there's only one. Your reasoning is we would fight each other. But you forget.
See, it doesn't hit my eye. I told you. The bone blocks it.
Did you get one too?
I've had some already.
Chaos blades.
Thank you, Ivy and Brennan, so very
I
much.
fucking love you guys.
They stay under my bed in case of
I will-
intruders.
I will
Honey.
tell my insurance to bill you guys directly.
I have a sword.
I do have to say, Melissa, I told you it was going to happen. And then you were like, no, you can't get us a sword. And I was like, fine, I won't get you a sword this year.
This year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have plans. I have plans. And I will talk to Brandon about it when you're not here. Because sword pact? Yeah, that'll work.
It's less intimidating when you look at it.
I am taking out a liability insurance claim on you or something. I don't know.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment of the situation.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys adopt me, you can claim me on your taxes and then take insurance out on me too.
We could do it.
We could do it. Edie, I'm claiming you on my taxes.
He's our child.
Can we legally adopt you even though you're 31?
Ooh, there's more in this. Hold on.
I think you can, but you're gonna have to.
It's a
talk
gel
to my
packet.
mom. Don't eat that.
Okay.
Don't eat that.
What are we gonna do with them?
Penny, I got a sword. Thank you.
Yeah,
oh my gosh,
for
this
real.
is lit.
Thank you.
Oh
it's
my
actually
God.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm
Ivy and
still gonna
Brennan.
send my insurance bill to you.
Ivy
Yeah.
specifically
my
walked up to me
God.
and was like, "I need video footage of them opening it." And I was like,
Oh, it's.
"I'm like, what is it?" And she's like, "It's a kitchen sword." And I was like, "Oh my God, I have to get married so you can get me one too."
No, so
My
when
gosh.
I think immediately when you're like, oh my gosh, you need to open your presents. You need to open the one with the dinosaur on it. I mean, Brenda got
Yeah.
it, yeah. And I'm just like, just watch it. I'm like, if it's a kitchen sword, I freaking swear. And then I think I posted that thing about the
Cheers.
Cheers.
about the kid. Cheers. And then I posted that thing on Facebook where at the wedding, Edie walks past me. He's like, "There's going to be a kitchen sword," and I said, "No, it's not. I made a vow because in my vows, I said no kitchen swords." And then Edie turns to me and goes, "I made a vow too."
But guess what? It was in my vows first.
It was, but that's why I read.
That's why you added it to yours because I did make sure to ask her that. It's the one thing I was like, was kitchen swords actually in your vows
froze
prior to me
again.
mentioning kitchen swords in my vows? And she said no. So
I
I
said
win.
no. I said no kitchen swords.
I win.
No. I don't know how you win because I said no kitchen swords anyway. So I posted that on social media, and then Ivy's like, "Did you open your present yet?" Gee, I wonder what Ivy and Brittany got us. I turned to Brandon. I think we're at the airport. I'm like, "Oh, they 100% got us a kitchen sword," and then he starts doing a happy dance.
Yeah.
I punched the air
Yeah,
softly
punched
because
the
we
air.
were in an airport.
We were in an airport.
I was like, but yes.
All
oh
jokes
my
aside,
gosh.
it is a beautiful gift. Thank you very much.
And jokes aside, I shitpost about this a lot. Brandon and I do a lot of dumb things, but I am all about safety, so we will not do anything dumb with it.
You're just saying this in case Lee is watching right now.
In case who's watching?
the
Oh!
safety guy.
I talked to him this morning.
Yeah?
I talked to Bill. Yeah. It was funny. I thought he forgot who I was because I was getting
Yeah.
my laptop fixed. He was getting his phone fixed. I was there like an hour. And then he's like, "Oh, Melissa should be back today." And I was like, "Yeah, she should." And then we were talking about the wedding and stuff. Like, he's like, "I can't believe you ripped your pants." And I was like, "I can't either." Like,
It was a good wedding. It was a very good
It was
wedding.
very good. Yeah.
oh, dude, it was
yeah.
a blast.
I'm gonna open this though.
Oh yeah. I guess we should talk about the wedding now.
There's a smaller
yeah, it
kitchen
was a-
sword in there.
No. So I'm gonna read this. Beautifully handcrafted, the silent service champagne Sabra will last a lifetime while enhancing your champagne service experience. No shit. So that's what
Yeah,
it does.
that's
okay.
why. As soon as I saw
cool.
the box and it said champagne
Cool.
on it, I was like, "Oh my
That's
god, it's a
awesome.
champagne saver."
That's super cool.
That's why
I
it's not
feel-
sharp.
I feel a lot safer with that now. I thought that it wasn't sharp because they needed to sharpen it. So thank goodness. For
Yeah,
that.
no.
Thank you for looking out for their safety.
That is also. It's still.
You're not sharpening it.
No, it's okay, Brandon. Brandon, it's okay. Mine are already sharp.
We did it.
For better
We
or
got
for worse.
kitchen
Oh
For
my
better or
God.
for worse.
I just realized. I'm sorry. I bought those, or I didn't buy those. My parents got me those. I put them up in my kitchen as a joke. Those are bedroom
Yeah.
swords.
Now they're bedroom swords.
That's sick. Also, look at my cat.
He's playing with your hair tie. It's adorable.
Yeah,
Or she's playing with your hair tie.
Eleanor. She's not Eleanor. She's Eleanor.
She closed your door.
Good, because Chrissy should be home soon. I don't want her to walk by and get freaked out that I'm recording. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm very happy about the kitchen sword, and I'm so glad that our shit posting made this happen. Like, I want
Don't
more
let
people
your
to get
memes. Don't let your memes.
Don't let your
be
memes be dreams.
This is a perfect example of that.
No, wedding was perfect. Other than me miscounting the number of ties that I needed, and Edie ripping his pants.
Well,
That's like
honestly,
literally, I think.
ripping the pants turned out pretty well. Miscounting the ties
Yeah.
turned out pretty well. Kyle looked great in a bow tie.
Yeah.
I happened to bring
did.
all of my bow ties, so we were in luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, for all the weddings I've been to, this was... I'm biased because I love you guys, but this was the smoothest wedding I've been to, man.
Yay.
Like,
Legitimately, it went very smooth.
We did get a couple of people saying that this is probably the best wedding that we've been to.
oh,
Yeah.
100%. Like,
Um,
my
It
my
was
parents were there, which was... That was a I don't want to say sad, emotional moment for me. I was like, I wasn't... Yeah, I wasn't ready to go out on the dance floor because, I ripped my pants and was like anxiety level 9,000.
Yeah.
But I saw you guys on the dance floor, my parents on the dance floor, and I was like, oh my god, my first wedding ever was my parents' wedding. And now I'm here.
Hey.
Heartfelt.
Yeah.
Yeah. it was
So you
beautiful.
know what I noticed over our honeymoon? I told Brandon, like, holy crap. So the person that married us was my Uncle Kevin. So my Uncle Kevin, can you not, is my father's twin. So
Yeah.
I told Brandon, I'm like if you think about that, my dad probably never would have realized that the person that would ask him who is to give this bride away would be the guy that he shared a womb with.
Yeah.
Yeah. She mentioned that, and I was like, oh my god, like, we didn't even consider that part of the whole thing, that technically he gets to give her away to his brother.
Well, to
Like,
you, but like,
Well, yeah.
No, it was an extremely heartfelt wedding. Very emotional. Very. I think my photographer worded it really well. Love and tension with a touch of nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still waiting to see more photos, honestly.
Same.
Yeah, we haven't gotten them yet. We'll probably get them next week or the week after.
Yeah.
Yeah, they told
We'll
us
probably
about
get
them,
them
so.
when this episode drops because I still have to edit the prior episode, or we can just call that a wash if we want to, or do a bonus episode. But
I'm not gonna lie, we probably should just call that a wash. Well, like,
Yeah.
we can call it a bonus episode, but it was just us bitching about the strike that my company is currently on. I, as of this recording, am not on strike. But as rumors state,
yeah,
I might be Monday.
yeah. As rumors state, I might not have a place to work tomorrow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because tomorrow's the 22nd.
Well, no. Here's what'll happen. You'll work. It's
I'll
midnight.
work, but I will not I will not be in the plant if anything happens. We can talk about this after. There's some stuff. I want to focus on the wedding. You guys have been on your honeymoon
Yeah.
for so long.
Yes.
Thank
It was a
you
long-ass
for being
honeymoon.
too tired and not wanting to do this in person because same. But I miss you guys. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so used to coming over
I'm
every
ready.
week. Child.
Yeah.
Like I'm so exhausted,
Penny.
but also at the same time I feel refreshed to the fact where I'm okay like seeing people again. There's not this big cloud of I gotta plan a wedding over my head,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
super nice. We got a few bumps in the road up ahead, but you take it in stride. It's life stuff.
Yeah.
But no, it's just like tidying up loose ends now. Yeah, she's killing me right now. And this one's
ironic
super
'cause
needy.
I have that one right behind me that like is watching the little one behind me attack my ass through like the fold in the chair. So I understand.
Yeah, she's definitely been extra needy because we only picked her up yesterday. I mean, yeah, as of the day of this recording, we landed yesterday, so it's been.
And we didn't get back here until technically like 12:30 this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we went to bed around 12:30.
No, we went to bed around 1.
Yeah. Well, we got home around 11:30, and then.
Oh, did we?
Yeah,
Oh,
a little
okay.
bit after 11:30, and then we were, getting all of the luggage out and unloading the car, unloading a penny, all that stuff. So it's been, we've been running.
Which, if you're seeing this recording, you gave us an Amazon or a Visa gift card that's going towards luggage, so thank you very much.
Legit, everyone, if you're watching it at all, thanks
Yes,
a
thank
lot.
you. Thank you very much.
The wedding, again, like I said, it was perfect. Like, we got to, like, the only thing is, like, if we had slightly more time so I can make sure we chatted to every single person. But you're always going to end up missing a couple.
Yeah, that's
weddings,
it's.
I think I saw everybody aside from a couple people.
Yeah,
So.
it was very few.
We did good for the most part.
Yeah, and I told a few people, like, I think I told you guys, like, I was like, I see you guys so often during your wedding, like, I'm the sideline, so, like, I didn't come up to you. I think the only time I came up to Brandon was to, like, walk up to him real quick and be like, hey, go tell your wife you love her. That was it.
He did do that.
You also did walk up to us and being like, we're taking a bathroom selfie now.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was,
did
that was
that.
because everybody came up to me and was like, you're really good at gathering people for stuff, and I was like, okay.
Okay. That bathroom selfie was a lot of fun.
That was really good, yeah.
Penny.
Yeah, also one of my other favorite moments.
Hey, don't lick your fucking asshole while I'm being sweet. Sorry, I stretched and like center frame was my cat licking her asshole.
Lovely. I mean,
Yeah.
our dog's insane right now. One of my favorite moments, I mean, aside from Aaron Brandon and seeing the fact that he literally took a cannonball, punched him in the gut when he saw me, and then the whole First Sam song, which we'll get to in a little bit.
Oh, yeah. They do know.
What?
I told them.
I know, but it'd be cool to rehash
Yeah.
it. Oh,
They've known for a few
oh my
months.
goodness.
They've known for a few weeks.
Yeah.
They know for a few weeks. Well, I bawled like a baby. They knocked it out of the park. That was just the icing on top of the glorious, beautiful cake. So.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
was,
that's literally like the epitome of our relationship too. Is shit like that, which is.
yeah. Well, it was funny. I was telling a coworker because she was asking about it, and I was like, you planned the entire wedding, so I also thought like it'd be appropriate to give you a surprise on your own day, because like I said, like, my surprise was getting to see you in whatever in the dress you were in, not knowing anything at all
He
whatsoever.
thought I was coming down in a purple dress.
Possibly. I think I did say that here, didn't I? Right?
You did, yeah.
Which I think is.
I don't know if it might have been before we were recording.
In what God's green earth do I wear purple?
I didn't think purple. I thought, again, like a lighter, a shade of purple.
In what God's green earth do I wear a shade of purple?
More specifically, like the color of that tape on there, on the top of the Rubbermaid, the there,
I don't think I see it from where.
Over there.
the step stool
Yeah.
on the very top, the little bit of purple tape that's on the top.
Okay,
Something closer to
out
that.
of every color of purple that I would come down the aisle to,
Yeah.
that's the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
That color.
No, I figured.
Over there.
Yeah, that one. But I was.
I hope I'm pointing to the right area.
Yeah.
You did.
I tried to keep it a secret because I knew that there was a very, very high chance that people would think I would come down in a black dress. And I did try on a black dress, which your mom has that picture, so I'll have to show you.
I do need to see that.
So that was the only other color that I try on, unless if I wanted like a blush color, but that's not my style. But they only had one that I really liked. And like when I tried it on, I'm like, this is it was the dress that almost was though. I will say that it was the
Yeah.
dress that almost was. The only thing that I didn't like about it is it just did not feel bridal to me. Like
Gotcha.
at all, did not feel bridal to me. I was like, there's something about it. I need to wear white. Also, looking back, it was a huge ass ball gown.
Oh, Penny.
Yeah.
And I'm not a ball gown type girl, so.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah. But no, came down in a white dress. It was all glitter, which is kind of what I wanted. I was nervous that you thought that that's the key. That's the thought that I was nervous that you're gonna pick up on. Either that I was gonna be in a what?
Sorry, you're talking at the top of it. It's in the front.
It's in the front.
I just realized that now.
It's alright. She sounds fine on my end.
Okay, cool. There are two key components that I thought that Brandon was going to catch onto. The first one being that I would come down in a mermaid style dress or a very slimming style dress. And
Was that what it's called?
It's called a mermaid, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nothing.
Yeah. But
I know
yeah,
what it
versus
is.
like a ball gown or something like A-line. The second was that he was going to get the hint that I was not going to come down in latex at all, and I was going to come down in glitter. Or like gemstones.
Yeah. Yeah, I had absolutely no clue, purposely so. Even if I remotely thought something was a thing, I will say I am proud of myself for, as a person that overthinks or like always just thinks, I'm very proud of myself for how absolutely little I allowed myself to think about it.
Which is probably why you grasped onto the purple thing so much. Not so much, but like if anything you grasped on of the purple thing.
Well, the only thing, again, and the reason I told her this, the reason I thought that, I might have said it this when I said the purple thing on here. She had you had your bridesmaids dresses there, and there was an alteration tag that had 3 different labels of dress on it, and I was like, wait.
The purple one was mauve for Rachel's wedding.
Yeah, it said purple, so I was like, fuck. All right.
Yeah.
Well, and again, I didn't think purple. I didn't think Mace Windu lightsaber purple, which would also.
I would actually come down to Mace Windu lightsaber purple. That'd be cool.
That was actually, like, realistically, that's kind of. Sorry,
If
yeah,
I
not
did-
that purple, but yeah, that.
It'd probably be like a deep wine purple.
Yeah,
If anything.
yeah.
But then I'd match my bridesmaids, and that wouldn't make sense. So.
Yeah. But no, I was. That was the only time, and that's simply because it was a physical tag of evidence that I accidentally read, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like I can't unread things. I'm not blind.
Well,
Blind people can't unread things.
Well, there's
They
Braille.
can unfeel, but then, well, yeah, I guess they can just try not to pay attention to the set of bumps.
I'm totally disassociating during this conversation right now.
I gotta say though, Melissa, you coming down the
Blind
aisle. You coming down the aisle. I didn't see Brandon start bawling, but I knew he did. And then I was up there trying to hold it together too. I'm like, no, it's cool. I'm all right. And I'm definitely like shaking the left leg, like sniffling a little bit. And then after, I was talking to Ryan, and he's like, oh, I knew Brandon was going to cry. But then I was up there, and I was like, I heard Brandon sniffle a little, but at the same time, I heard someone else sniffle, and I was like, yeah, that was me, bro. Like, the whole time, I'm sitting there like, don't do it.
I made 2 people cry.
Yeah.
It was hard. I mean, there was more people for sure.
We all.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there was a dry eye in that house that night.
Oh, dude,
Maybe the bridesmaids because they were able to do their composure, but
No, there was a couple of them because I tried to look out to the crowd, and then I saw Damon, and I turned, looked, I saw Damon, and he goes, "Wait," and I'm like, no. So I turned to the bridesmaid, and like 3 of them are like, one of them has a Kleenex, and I'm like, where did you get that? Like.
I love that.
Yeah, that was yeah. It was funny because I remember, I did just kind of like, and then I know
you got hit by a cannonball.
Yeah, and then I felt Kyle just like do the shoulder thing, like, oh, you got this.
Oh no, it looked like to me that Kyle was literally like yanking you up, like, dude, keep some composure.
Well, I wasn't gonna fall. I was definitely I was in control of my body. I just kind of
It did not look like you.
yeah. I was 3/4 of the way in control of my body. I was not gonna fall down or nothing like that, but it was just more of
It did look like you were keeling over and like about
Yeah.
to like cry heave, if that makes sense.
yeah. But no, Kyle, the shoulder thing he gave me was definitely more of a like, yo, like that's
Yeah.
you got this, that's cool. And then Uncle Kevin immediately starting to like cry and then tell me he's like, don't do this, and I was like, I'm trying.
I started crying, so I don't know if they talked about this on the podcast, but you know how there's always something that goes wrong the week of your wedding, like whether it just be like a wardrobe malfunction or a vendor doesn't get the proper thing. No, my grandma ended up in the hospital, so that was fine. But what?
No, I'm just smart.
Oh, yeah. So what we ended up doing was, because I knew my grandfather wouldn't be able to make it. His health's not the best, and neither is my grandma's. So I asked my aunt, or I was talking to one of my bridesmaids, like, just have like a picture there or something to like remember her by, because we weren't doing it in a memory table, but we did honor Brandon's dad by having like an in memory, by having his picture there and having like an in memory sign. So I had my mom bring a picture of my grandma and grandpa, and I'm standing up there, and I look out in the crowd. First thing I see is Patty, and then our mom, and then I see a picture of Don, and then I look, I'm like,
My dad.
Yeah, his dad. And then I look, I'm like, oh, there's probably a picture of my grandma and grandpa. So I turn to my side, see a picture of my grandma and grandpa in a seat next to my mom, and I'm just like, oh, don't start bawling. Like, that was the thing that like really got me. I'm just like,
Yeah.
so that was emotional for me. I mean, obviously, same with Brandon, but I'm out of the two of us, I'm the one that tried to keep the composure for both of us.
No, all three of us, honestly. Because I was up there. If you'd started crying, I would have been right there with you, just fucking gone. Because you got me after.
Well, I think
you did. Brandon got me the
Yeah.
day before. You got me right after the wedding. When we went into that room for photos, I was like, I have not seen you. Like, you look beautiful. Everything was fine. And then I hugged you and was like, I need to go outside because I'm about to start crying because this is just
Penny.
perfect.
No, it was beautiful. No, I knew I had vows and stuff that I needed to say, so I knew that if I was gonna start crying, I wouldn't stop. So I'm like, I knew I had things like that had to get through. But back to my original point, one of my favorite things was during the Pop Punk Power Hour, and we all got in a circle during Welcome to the Black Parade.
Yeah.
That was
nice.
That was fun.
That was fun. No, I guess for me too, like leading up to doing it, like the hanging out with all the boys, a little bit of the girls. It was nice. Like Caitlin was there for the whole time. She was hanging out with us because she showed up early, and like he was like, she's just gonna hang out in her car, and I was like, the fuck she is. No, tell her to come and hang out. I'm like, no, it's like no one in here is like, we're just literally standing around. No one in here is getting like, we're not getting dressed. Plus, it's like it's a bunch of boys. She doesn't give a shit. So she was literally on her phone, just kind of like, you know, hanging around.
No.
Jenny.
No.
But we
No. All gone.
it was just nice to have that time of like hanging out with everyone. I know that hour and a half once we were done with our photos, just standing around waiting to go. That was rough. That was
terrifying for me.
I had an hour that I had to wait.
I had an hour and a half because I think after us they went to finish up with you for a little bit.
Yeah. It was annoying. I'm like, I want to get onto it, but thank God for my bridesmaids. They put on a dance party to like get my jitters down.
Nice.
But the reason that they did that is because they wanted time to get pictures of the reception, which so far the pictures have turned out beautifully. I'm so excited to see the rest.
I really want to see him.
Okay, you might have to go.
Okay, I'm out. Child's being annoying.
Wait.
Wait.
I wanted to do this while you guys were on your honeymoon, but you weren't. Or you were. I just didn't have time to come over there.
Oh, yeah.
I got very high anxiety. I'm going to do a shot real quick for this because I still do.
Cheers.
My tummy hurts.
I'm sorry. I'll be quick. It's very fast. Your wedding speech. I ripped my pants during the last photo. So
Oh.
I forgot everything I had prepared. Everything. It was just like, we're going to keep it short, simple, sweet. Get the fuck out of here because I'm worried my pants are going to rip in front of you. I'm going to keep this short, simple, and sweet too. It's a lot easier to do without a crowd of people watching me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Are you sure about that?
maybe. I might cry a little too. So,
That's okay.
the whole time I was at Brandon's house, your house, we hung out, went to bed. I was up till like 4 a.m. freaking out about a wedding speech. Couldn't come up with shit. I was thinking, maybe I think of something embarrassing, talk about how we all met, blah, blah, blah. Everything felt like it was kind of conceited and just about me. Because I was like, oh yeah, we all met at the same time. And I was trying to get them to marry each other and date each other and blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck about me. So instead, what I thought of was, I jokingly promised to you that I would make Brandon cry before the wedding.
Yeah.
What happened was I did make him cry a little bit. Not a lot. But then Brandon started reading his vows that he was writing and made me cry a little bit because of something you mentioned. So technically, I made Brandon cry, then Brandon made me cry, and then you made us both cry. That was a dope moment to have. Because it was literally, what, not even a day before the wedding? Because it was like 11 o'clock at night, give or take.
Yeah.
So it was like you were getting married in like 6 hours.
Less than 24 hours.
Yeah. So to me, it was just amazing to see, because we went through all the stories untold, meeting each other,
Yeah.
trying to get you guys to date each other, all the shit in between, that weird night at the Crowfoot, which was going to be part of my speech, and all I was going to say was that weird night at the Crowfoot, and people were going to be like, what night was that? We could talk about it on the podcast, but we won't.
Honestly, I think it's hilarious that, like, because I almost kind of referred to that day as the roofie time.
Yeah,
Whenever I
the
think
roofie night.
Whenever I think of that weird night of the Crowfoot, my mind immediately goes to that scene in The Hangover where he's like, Rooflin, what are you talking about, Rooflin? Rooflin.
Yeah. What I was going to do in the speech was, what I was going to do is, like, I was going to do all that stuff, and then I was going to be like, yeah, and then there was that night I got roofied, and, like, to me, that was the point where I was like, I had pushed Brandon as hard as I was going to push Brandon. But I was like, I don't want to talk about getting roofied, but
Unfortunately, the problem is that was the factor.
Yeah.
like I know you would have talked to me about it, but there's
100%.
no way in hell. Yeah, there's no way it would have came across the way that happened. So
100%.
Abruptly the way it did. That was the universe's intervention.
Yeah.
They're like, all right.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, as I'm thinking about it, I think the universe was like, all right, Edie wants to do this, but he's too scared. We got you, fam.
Yeah, and this, I would not have talked about this at your wedding, but I thought about it, and, like, if Brandon came up to me and was visibly drugged or way too drunk, and all he could think about was, like, you need to date this person, I need to date that person. Like, if that's the only thing on your mind.
All right.
Anyways, that was paraphrased and a little extra of the speech I wanted to give, instead of going,
Yeah.
I'm afraid of my pants ripping again. Cheers. Goodbye. I love you.
But
Perfect.
to be fair, that also was like, I mean, it's so fitting, because then everyone was just like, oh my god,
Yeah.
he fucking ripped his pants. Like, that's hilarious. That,
Literally.
you know, all the other
What?
Penny. Sorry, all the other speeches obviously were like heartfelt and pretty serious for the most part, and then you're just like, I fucking ripped my pants, and it was like,
It was kind of perfect.
It honestly
Yeah.
was perfect because then everyone just was like, oh, expecting like, especially because everyone's like, yeah, it's Edie, it's his best friend. He's gonna give some like really heartfelt shit, and then you're like, I ripped my pants. I'm really scared to talk. Good luck, guys. Bye.
I had shit, man. I was fully prepared to just start crying and be like, I can't finish it. I'm sorry. But
Yeah.
TLDR of it. I love you guys. I'm so happy this shit happened. Like,
Yeah.
well, not all because of a roofie, but the roofie started
Totally
it.
joking.
It
But-
started.
That's a tagline right
Yeah,
there.
true.
It wasn't all roofies, but it definitely started it.
The roofie was like the fucking kick in the ass.
Catalyst.
Like, get it fucking going, Brandon.
Yeah, no, that definitely. I was like, all right, shit.
Yeah.
But no, we'll chat more about it. This one's, well, she's finally
She's
settling
fine now,
down.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Child.
Or not. God damn it. We tried. As soon as we mentioned it, she was like, oh, you're talking about me. I'm gonna get up.
Yeah.
Well, we can. I will let you get out of here,
Sounds good.
and then we'll probably talk for a little bit more and wrap it up.
Let me know when you guys are off because I want to be part of the post-podcast talk.
Yes. Oh yeah, I'll call you in.
Okay, sounds good. Bye,
So-
guys. Thank you
Goodbye.
for the swords again. Thank you for it not being, or thank you for it being blunt. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
For now.
Love you, Melissa.
Yes.
I love you
Can
guys.
Melissa?
Bye,
Melissa.
love you.
Melissa, can you turn off the speakers when you leave, just in case?
I'm gonna.
I don't hear an echo, but if Melissa's getting up, she can click those off.
I'm gonna have Brandon do it because I don't really know how to.
Oh, we're gonna. I'm cutting this out.
No, keep it in. It's extra
She's
content.
just gonna dip out through the.
I'm gonna dip out and then
True.
potentially just everything.
Nope, it's clipped. You just go that way.
Come on, Beans.
Whoa! How'd you move the whole wall, Brandon?
Whoa. Well, right now, technically, like, there's only this corner right here that is. Go on, Penny. You can make it. Oh, the door's not open. It's just like what? Go ahead, Penny. Ow. All right, speakers are now off. But yeah, no, dude, it was fun, man. That really was great. I know, like one of the other. God, I keep forgetting. I need to get WD-40 up here and fucking spray these chairs. No, honestly, it's just been it's been weird. Like, we were on our honeymoon, and almost everyone at this resort that we were at was basically either on a honeymoon or an anniversary. There was like maybe 4 or 5 like groups of friend parties that were there, but like for the most part, it was just like all people on their anniversaries. Like, the one they had a couple nice restaurants that were there, kind of thing, and you kind of had to get in line early enough to get a spot in, type stuff. So we got out the one day, we got in there early and we're waiting around. It's like it was the week after, so it was exactly on a week from our wedding. So we're standing there, and then the couple in front of us, it's just damn, I still don't remember. I don't even know if I might have got their names, but we were just kind of shooting the shit. It was just like a younger black couple. I think actually no, he was the exact same age as me. He was 31. But they were celebrating their 1 year, and then there was this like really old white couple in front of them who was celebrating 41 years. So it was just weird for like 1 week, 1 year, 41 years.
Yeah.
And we were all just kind of having this little like it's kind of really cool. And like I see the old people kind of just looking at both of us as like both couples. It's just like, man, like, you know, they have so much to go through and all that stuff. And I feel really bad about not remembering the black guy's name, because I ended up chatting with him again like 2 days later. We're sitting in the bar pool for the most part, like just because there's a bar and a pool. Like I didn't So we're just sitting there chilling, and randomly some dude from Canada just like walks up to me. I had my shirt off. That's it. He did the thing. He's like, "Whoa, that chess piece is fucking, ridiculous. How long were you sitting for it?" And he just initiated conversation that way. It was just like I was literally sitting like just there by myself, and he just walks up and starts talking to me about it. Guy was a chef, owned his own restaurant in Toronto for like 3 years, and then he sold it because developers were like, "We're buying this in massive chunk of land. Here's a massive paycheck." And he's like, "Well, can't turn that down." But then he had apparently made friends with that same dude. So he happened to look over, and he's like, "Oh, that's him. That's the guy I was talking about." And I look over, and it's the same guy, and he's like literally on the chair like above us. And he goes, "Oh shit!" And he like pops down. So then again, me and him just start chatting. He's a pothead, so we're talking about smoking weed. He let me hit his vape pen. And then he proceeded to tell me that they have really good coke in Mexico.
They do. They do.
And in the
Not that I would know.
Republic.
Not that I would know.
He listed a couple other places he'd done coke and it was okay, and some. But yeah, he was just a real cool dude. And we chatted for a second. But it was just kind of like, again, like same that Toronto company, or couple, they were on 20 years.
Okay.
And yeah, so like it was just wild, like looking around at all of these older couples and everyone just celebrating what we had just done. And there was only, like I said, I think might have been three other couples that I saw that were like brand new newlyweds, based on the fact that like all of the brides had some version of a bride labeled thing, whether it was a purse or a hat or a shirt. At some point, they all had the bride thing going on. Melissa didn't, actually.
Well, that's another thing that got me was I didn't want to say this while Melissa was here, because I want this to be your guys' wedding anniversary now. But it got me and my mom. You're talking like, you guys running into somebody 1 year anniversary, 20, 40 years, whatever. My grandparents would have been 50 plus that day.
Yeah.
So it was like it was a weird, like, I was talking to my mom while you guys were out on the dance floor. My dad went to the bathroom. Chloe went to go smoke, I think, and it was just me and my mom. And my mom was like, I said a joke. I was like, "Oh, I kind of wanted this to be my wedding anniversary," and she was like, "Oh, why? Because your grandparents?" And I was like, "No, because of Brooklyn Nine-Nine." And then, like, it got a little quiet because I was like, "Oh, you mentioned grandma." And then my mom was like, I'm getting a little teary-eyed. My mom was like, it kind of felt like your grandma was like, this is their anniversary now. Like, so it was like a weird, like, superstitious mumbo-jumbo, blah, 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 but it was like,
yeah,
you guys are the close ones now. Like, this is yours. And I was like, fuck. Like, grandma, keep watch on their wedding and fucking make them last 50 plus years too, But
your parents, your mom did come up and tell me that on the dance floor, but your mom and your dad came up and they mentioned it, and because I think you had mentioned it prior, and I
mentioned it before,
like, really cool. Yeah, and so like she told me, I was like, yeah, he told me that, and I was like, honestly, like it's pretty cool and like a bit of an honor, especially because like they did have that long of a relationship that like that's all I want for this. And especially now that she isn't here too, like some of the things that like I definitely had a couple like realizations on my trip. Just in nothing bad or nothing, just kind of like looking at myself and like, okay, like I am officially married, like I have done the thing. I had that one realization of like, when you have done something that that other people haven't, like especially like a life stage thing like those,
Oh,
like
yeah.
marriage, those certain things in life, like when you hit, you turn 21, you do those certain little things, like you kind of have the, okay, I have done the thing, I have my experience of what that is, and you're now part of the club, you're part of that group of everyone that has now experienced this. And marriage is definitely one of those, like, obviously the big ones.
Oh, 100%.
It was just nice to be like, all right, well, that's really, really cool. And then, like, as I'm also doing it, like, I'm just looking around at a lot of the couples, and like, I mean, obviously, like, everyone there is mostly happy. There are all these older couples, but like, I had started, some of those moments of like, okay, well, like I've started therapy so that I can make sure to be like the best husband I can possibly be by working on myself first and getting that situated. And I thought about it even more while I was there, but like, like she works out all the time. I need to work out more just to like physically take care of myself better for her. Like, I know it should be for me, but
that's not a bad mindset to have, man. Like, you saw me in 2020. I was dark times.
Yeah.
And then, like 21 wasn't much better. I hoed myself out trying to fill a void by filling somebody else's void. My roommate's
I was
home,
gonna
and I
make the
just
joke
realized
if you
that.
did it.
But honest to God, getting the cats, having something else to live for was like, that was the kick I needed. So having that mindset of like, I need to get in better shape so I can live longer for my wife and my dog and potential kids. That's not the healthiest mindset, but like, you have something pushing you to get to that, and that's good.
Yeah. My problem is, and again, the reason I'm in therapies is like, I have a very absolutely almost like no threshold for like doing things for myself that isn't just like obviously like fun, but like getting into a habit of working out is not fun. It gets fun once you get used to it. So I was like, okay, you got to get to that point again, like I used to. And so it's just one of those like, okay, like, looking at, and then also just in general, legitimately like health stuff, like, like Melissa mentioned, like her grandma, other than unfortunately the mental stuff that is dementia, that's what she has. She took care of herself and she was in phenomenal shape. My grandma did the same thing.
Oh yeah. And
I'm like, I think that's one of the secrets to the longevity of a marriage is like, for someone that has only been married for 2 weeks, not even, no, 2 weeks, no.
Today is
almost 2 weeks Saturday.
22nd, yeah. So you get a couple
almost
days.
2 weeks. So, like, as someone with all of this experience, in having what I noticed, like, it seems like the best way to actually keep your marriage healthy is to also make sure you are healthy and happy with yourself.
Oh, 100%.
Whatever gets you to that point, get yourself there and then figure it out later. But like, that was it was one of those like, okay, like, and it honestly, it really only hit me yesterday when we were like getting ready to leave. Like, not ready to leave, but the night of going to sleep. I could not. I'm a light sleeper, so like, I honestly, like, we were relaxing and it was a great time, but I definitely did not sleep the best the whole time. Also, the fact that they were building a hotel next to our resort, so like, roughly like 7 o'clock, 8 a.m., you hear the guy getting into the giant, 12-story crane. So you hear it beeping as he's like getting ready to get it started and alert people, hey, the crane's gonna fucking move. So all of a sudden, that would wake me up a little bit, and I literally was like, we went to bed early. Like, we stayed up all day. We didn't do any naps. We stayed out of the room as much as possible just to like exhaust ourselves. But I didn't physically, like, I didn't work out. I didn't really exhaust my body except for like just trying to stay up and doing like in the water.
Well,
Which
you
really
lost your
wasn't-
virginity, right?
I did do that.
Proud of you. Cheers. Cheers, buddy. I'm proud of you. Cheers. Congrats.
I did it.
I can't wait till I get married and experience a woman for the first time ever.
It's gonna be phenomenal. Consummating the marriage is the main thing.
You don't have to go in details. You don't have to go in details. Ugh.
At least not on air.
No, I don't
but,
need
like,
details.
No, it was just funny that like, no, we just had one of those like, I literally was like, okay, I need to like actually get to sleep because I still have to drive us home when I get home up from our fucking 6 hours of flying. So like, I literally got up at like 1:30 in the morning, maybe 2. And I like go walk out into the lobby, and I'm just like, I found the one woman working the desk, and I'm like, hey, is your gym still open? I doubt it, but is it? And she was like, unfortunately, no. And I was just like, okay. So I basically just like, there was they have like the lobby was on the 2nd level, and then it like, there's the lower level is where it leads to actually where the beach was and the pool and stuff. So I like went out on like the upper patio that has a staircase going down to the pool and just kind of was like, I just sat there and started working out, like just doing squats and push-ups and planks and high knees up and down the stairs. I didn't count my reps. I just went to failure. It was not a good idea because my legs still hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But it got me tired enough that after like an hour-ish of doing that, I just went up and took like a quiet cold shower and just to like bring my body temperature down so I didn't start sweating in bed the whole day and then also not sleep from that. But like as I was doing that, it was one of those like, man, I really need to like, the thing that keeps me awake is when I don't exhaust my body. So, like, I did start to find, that was, like, the first little inkling of, like, actual reasoning for myself that I need to start working out is so I can actually sleep better.
Yeah. It helps.
Because if you don't exhaust the energy in your body, then you just end up trying to exhaust it by thinking of things, and that's what didn't help. But no, man. I mean, I don't know. I can go on and on. Our honeymoon was phenomenal. We went to, quick highlights. We did, as soon as we got there, as we're checking in, while the woman's like on the computer, we asked her what was her favorite place to get fish in the whole, seafood on the whole island. She told us this place called Zero is like ZEE 0, or Zero over. We got in a cab. It was like a 20-minute drive. Our cab driver was a dude named Winston. He's a 77-year-old Arubian who'd been there like almost his whole life. So he was like giving us like a quick little tour the whole time driving us there. He lived 5 minutes from the place, so he literally just took his lunch break while we were eating our lunch and then picked us up and went back to work. We go there, got like a whole red snapper, a big ass steak of mahi, a pound of shrimp, 2 orders of cornbread, an order of plantains, a side of like the pickled red onions, and then tartar sauce. All of it $37 flat. And that shit was caught that morning.
Damn.
Brought to the dock that you're eating it on. Like, and it was just ridiculous. Next one we went to was another seafood place, but it was half a mile from the resort. We just had to walk along the beach to it, and it was on another dock further into the water, further down the beach.
She's in
Went
here,
ate there. They had.
I can see her like peering out from the room.
Hi, Chrissy.
Brandon says hello.
What?
Brandon says hello. She says hello.
Yay. We walked to the dock, and we had
The other side of your
It's a hair tie.
No, it's the rat. I've seen her.
Oh. Hi.
She's just lifting
sweet.
weights.
Being a bad bitch.
Oh.
But no, so we go to the second seafood place. Order an appetizer of ceviche, and it's this big ass bowl. Of like, and like when you think of ceviche, most of the time, like it seems to always be like that super chopped up, fine, like almost tartare. This one was just like roughly chopped up fish chunks that they did marinated in the sauce, and it was like, again, phenomenal. And then their special of the day was barracuda. So we got to have barracuda.
Ooh.
That was really good. It's close to mahi, like swordfish steak type consistency of a fish. So that was just.
I'm sorry. I was gonna make a joke, but my audio didn't pick it up. I was going, ooh, barracuda, and I did the ooh, and I don't think it picked up. Like I didn't see the Discord green thing around me. It was like, what?
It didn't.
Yeah.
I think it picked up that I was talking, and then it was like, oh no. No, it was, so that was awesome. That was really cool to have. They had a really good cocktail there, which was nice to like all the resort drinks are obviously good, but they're still like mass resort drinks. They're making a lot of them all the time. Like they're not perfectly seasoned out cocktails like you're going to get at a restaurant that it was an all-inclusive resort. That's the other big thing, is it was all-inclusive. So the only thing you paid for was like, if you wanted to buy like a whole bottle of wine that they had specialty wines you could get. Like, so we never did that. So, went there, had like an actual nice cocktail, but all the drinks at the place were really good. All the food was really good. They had a steakhouse there that was.
I hope that it finishes.
They had a 12-ounce ribeye. So we went there the last 2 days in a row. It was so good. I'm trying to think of other little things. For the most part, it was we just relaxed. We enjoyed the ocean. Ate a bunch of seafood. The buffets were huge. The buffet breakfast, they always had a juice bar. Legitimately, that was almost one of my favorite things, hands down, on the whole trip, was the fact that like it helped me actually feel like I was getting nutrients and like refreshed, because like they always had at least 9 different kinds of juices available.
Yeah.
One was like spinach, parsley, cucumber, and then like ginger. And then they had like a pineapple one. My go-to was just half to three quarters that the green juice. The other chunk was just pineapple. But then they had like they would swap it out, so the ones that'd be like mixed fruit, then there's carrots and beetroot and straight cucumber, cantaloupe. They had a Bloody Mary bar. So it was just really cool. Lots of options. We tried to almost eat every type of thing that we could we did eat every type of thing that we could while we were there for 10 days. I definitely gained at least 10 pounds.
You look good.
Maybe 15. Hey.
You look good. That's all that matters.
But yeah, I think other than that, I'm sure we'll talk more about the wedding and stuff in
100%.
the future. But
100%.
we it was just great. Everything worked out perfectly. I was very, very happy with everything. You went to Ren Fair.
Bro, I was about to make a point. You
Oh, go.
The text that we were doing the other day where I was like, oh, I should call that person and catch up again. You were like, yeah, you need life updates. No. This ain't my episode, baby. This is your episode. We'll talk about my shit later. Like,
I mean, yes, but a lot of the other episodes have also been kind of my episode, because all we were doing was leading up to the fucking wedding.
yeah, and it's important, man.
Everything was the wedding for like
it's
a
important.
month.
And
Why
if I find somebody and whenever I'm getting married, it's gonna be my episodes. Like,
Yeah, it will be.
no,
You're not wrong.
This is you, my man.
But
Plus,
no, it
people
just,
would probably get pissed at me for being like, Edie, why are you talking about the Ren Fair? We want to know about Brandon and Melissa getting married. Like, the kitchen sword was my portion of this episode, buddy. Like, I'm not going to say I made this happen, but I made this happen. You have a sword.
I have a sword.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck about the Ren Fair. It was dope and awesome, but you know what? I'm going again in 2 days. It's fine. We'll talk about that later.
Oh yeah. No, we just everything went great. We couldn't have asked for almost anything to go better. Everyone had a wonderful time. Got everyone trashed on my drinks.
Yeah.
That was very much because obviously I thank you too for that. It was like juicing those 20 pounds of lemons the day of the wedding was definitely worth it for the drinks.
Yeah, that was going to be part of my wedding speech too. Like the very end of it, I was going to end with a joke and be like, Brandon and I juiced 20 pounds of lemons this morning. You better fucking drink.
I'm not gonna lie, because I'm sure there was people that like knew they were drinks, but I don't think every single person knew that we made those.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
But yeah, the fact that we juiced 20 pounds of lemons the morning of the wedding,
dude, we finished literally the last minute, and then we showered. We were done showering, hitting the road last minute,
yeah,
perfect timing.
And honestly, I don't know if I would have had it any other way either, because it gave me something to do, so I didn't have to just sit here and constantly think I'm getting married. It was like, okay, I have an activity, let's get some shit done, let's do it. And then my favorite thing of regarding the drinks was that two things. One, when I went up to the bartenders at one point just to be like, hey, how are they? Are we running out? Do we have enough? That kind of thing. And she was like, oh, no, we have plenty, but we're still going through it, which is good. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, yeah, me and one of my groomsmen juiced all the lemons this morning for it. And she's like, wait, you made the syrups? I was like, yeah, I made all the syrups for the wedding. She was like, oh my God. She's like, this lemon drop is dangerous.
Yeah. What was funny is I did the same thing, kind of. I went up to the bar, and there was somebody else up there. And I was like, hey, because I saw them looking at the menu, and they were like, I don't know what to get. And I was like, you should get the one with the lemon syrup in it, because Brandon and I juiced all the lemons this morning. And then the bartender was like, wait, you guys... It was the older guy. He was like,
yeah.
Wait, you guys did this? And I was like, well, Brandon did it. I just juiced the lemons. And he was like, dude, that watermelon syrup, how did he come up with that? And I was like, I don't know. He just does weird shit. Anyways, can I get a double Hennessy and Coke? Which was a fucking vibe, bro.
Yeah, I didn't switch from watermelon old fashions the whole day. That's the reason I did it too.
I had to try every single thing you had up there, and then I wasn't drunk enough. My dad was like, dude, get you a double Henny. So I got a double Henny. I went back to the table and was like, I'm still not drunk enough to be comfortable going back out to the dance floor. I'm worried that my pants are gonna rip. And then the fucking the pop punk power hour started going, and it was Paramore. And I was talking to my dad. I was like, I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable. And then I was like, I have to go. And ran right up to the dance floor to you guys. Look at that sword.
I was like, you know what, I'm gonna display it right now while I'm, because that way it's a little easier for people to see.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you know what we need now is a podcast sword, but we already have two.
Yeah, we do. Well, we can. We're far enough in this, doesn't matter. We can hang those up soon. Honestly, I was kind of planning. That's kind of why I got those mounts out, so we could actually hang them up this time.
Yeah, I got to get one for the Master Sword too.
That said, I do got to get. I might need to just get this whole fucking table, our old table, out of here for a while, because it's gonna be.
Yeah,
too much of a hassle.
I plan to come by there and try to paint the walls and stuff and help with that, but dude, I've put in more hours these past couple weeks than I have all year.
I knew. I was like, fuck. I was like, as soon as I kept, like, because I was still trying to somewhat keep up with the boys' chat throughout, like,
Yeah.
the trip. And so, like, you kept being like, God damn it. And I was like, dude, I feel so bad. But, no, honestly, it was great. It was perfect. I loved every minute of everything. I enjoyed seeing all of my friends, being with all of my friends. It is weird to actually, because when you go to weddings, you know some people there. Sometimes you don't know anyone except for the groom and the bride and groom. And you're just like, oh, okay, I'm here. It is a very cool but also weird feeling to go to a room where literally everyone is there because of you. And that it's a weird, heartfelt. You don't get that. You only get it once. Like that, the fact that they have that saying that you only get all of those people together for you twice in your life generally, and that's your fucking your wedding, and your funeral.
Yeah.
And that was like, wow. Like this was, it was wild. Oh, sorry. The one thing I did want to mention, I was going to do it earlier too. I forgot when she was here. When we were, that photo of, there's that one photo that they got. They posted one photo on their Instagram, or a couple of them, but one of them was of us walking back down the aisle after we did everything, and then in the background, you see her uncle Kevin just like losing it because he was finally allowed to, because it didn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
And that is legitimately one of our favorite pictures, because we knew he was holding on for so long, but because obviously we're not going to sit there and go like, oh, is he?
Oh, yeah.
Like we were just in the
Yeah.
moment, just walking down, and in that photo, like seeing him like just like hold the book like, just,
Yeah.
it is legitimately one of my fucking favorite photos, because I know he was having a hard time that whole ceremony.
Dude, it was
that, and my
fucking
uncle.
beautiful, man.
Well, my uncle Doug was chatting with, I think, my cousin, one of my cousins, about the. He was like, man, like, whoever they got to do this ceremony, like, he's almost crying. He's like really getting into it. And then they were like, I think that's her uncle. And he was like, oh.
Yeah. Dude, that was, I
Like-
felt so bad for him, because I had done my cousin's wedding like a couple months back, and I was like, bro, that was the same vibe. Like normally I'm like, whatever, let's get this wedding over, and not to be a dick, but I'm like, yeah, like, I'm helping you, I'm doing you a favor, but like doing it for somebody you care about is so much harder.
Yeah, and he nailed it. I will now, every single time I hear the song "First Date" by Blink-182, and it's already kind of happening, I will start to tear up, because that hit perfectly. Because like, one, I'm a drummer. That song literally opens up with just fucking the drums, and so like for us to like, as we're walking down, you know, just hearing that bum 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 ba, like having that come through and it hitting the way I wanted it to. Everyone like, because everyone there also knows, like, no one doesn't know that song. Like even people that don't really like rock music can at least like, they recognize that opening drum beat because it's very recognizable. And they're like,
I
yeah,
won't
as
lie,
we're walking down,
I didn't
like,
even know what was playing. Like, I was just like, I have to clap. Ow, child. I was like, I did not know what was playing when you guys walked off. I was just like, I have to clap, and then I have to wait for my turn to walk out. Don't cry yet. Don't cry yet.
Yeah. Well, it was First Date by Blink-182. That's the song that we, you know, he's like, you know, Anthony, Brandon, Melissa, and then it, you know, you'll hear it. As soon as you put it on, you'll recognize that's what it was. It's that little hi-hat, that drum intro, and it kicks into the song, and it was perfect, and I was just like, all right, like, we're officially married, it's over, I can now, like, finally, like, shoot the shit with her and, like, chat about the day. Because that was the one thing, too. It's like, you kind of forget, like, you don't see her the whole day. We didn't chat the whole day. Neither one of us texted each other leading up to the moment. We didn't have a rule that we weren't going to, either. We were just like, look, like, if you feel like you have to, go for it. But, like, you know, we don't have to. And then, yeah, just because neither one of us even, like, I don't think we had a good morning text, nothing. Just dead silent the whole day. So, like, finally being able to have that was awesome. But,
Yeah.
I'm going to let you go because I want to go relax. You need to actually eat.
Yeah, I
and relax.
do. And then Chloe's coming over to pick up some Ren Fair stuff. I got to
Gotcha.
hang out with Chrissy and the cats, too, so...
Sounds
Melissa
good.
said she wanted to be part of the post-episode talk, but I don't think we're having one, are we?
I mean, I'm going to say bye here and just yell at her to come up, so...
Okay.
But,
we'll say goodbye now.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. We love you. Sincerely, massive thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, me and Brennan. I have this.
Dude, that is... I already know what I want for our thumbnail. Is you with the kitchen sword and me with the chaos blades. Just like, yeah, and then Melissa like...
Hold on. Okay. Go grab them. Oh, because Melissa.
No, Melissa's got to be in it. Because it's her face.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Well, I will. We will see you guys later. Thank you so much for comment, subscribing, supporting us, being on our life journey. Because this is
that's
all
what
it
this
is. That's all
man.
this entire podcast is.
Yeah.
We love you guys. Bye.
Bye. Okay, I'm gonna hit stop recording. I gotta go PS. I'll be back.